Hey everybody, it's Chase with AV Pop Culture. What's up? We got a lunchtime live, so let me know that you can hear me. Trek or not in the house. One notch above in the house. You guys let me know if you can hear me. We got the big Scream Factory sale that just went live. And we also have the Keep. We tried to wait up all night on it last night. And finally got announced this morning. You were almost first, Jason. Almost first. You guys let me know if you can hear me. What's up, Eli? Eli is convinced I'm Glenn Powell. Don't forget to slash that like button and sub to this amazing channel. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go. We got to look at this. We got to look at this Scream Factory sale here. Gus in the house. I got you guys comments going down there on the side channel too. I appreciate it. Glenn Powell ain't got nothing on me, baby. Nothing on me. I know somebody was talking. You know, it's always funny. It's like, you know, I actually did see somebody one time not too long ago that was that said when they saw me they were going to beat me up, and then when I saw them and I like tapped on the shoulder and I was like, how about now? And, oh man, I was just upset. I love your channel. I love what you do and all this stuff. Gus is in the house. And we are back because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Holy crapola. Holy crap. We're going to get to that sale because that sale just went live. I've been waiting on it to go live. Trying to get some other work done. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Smack talkers everywhere. And it's like, guys, I'm like 6'3", 250 pounds. Better pack a lunch. Becca. Back in the house. I feel like I told you guys last night I was going to see you real soon for real this time. Let me get this pulled up over here. We'll start with the Keep. Look at this. Oops, wrong button. I'll get it in a minute. Daggone it. Oh my God. Okay, that works. Whatever. The Keep. So I'm just gonna tell you guys, I did order this. And now I'm a big fan of this movie, and I had hoped that it was going to have the full cut. That somehow they found it. That somehow they were able to put it together, but they couldn't. I just think it may just be gone. It just may be gone. But this is an outstanding set. And it has, alongside the 96 theatrical cut coming in 4K and Dolby Vision, they present a deep dive into the making of the Keep, taking you behind the scenes into this fascinating and tumultuous creation with brand new and archival special features. Now, one of the big selling points on this to me is that documentary. No, not quite that much. That's Australian dollars. So I ordered it, and with the shipping, It's like $160 American, which is still a lot, right? It's still a lot, but it is a little bit less than the Neverending Story was. So it's a little bit less. So don't let that. It's like, when you see it's like, oh my, it's like $234 with shipping, but that's Australian. So American, it was like 160. I want to say it was right at 160 with the shipping. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been hours and hours at least. But this is a big. Yeah. Love that name, Han Solo. Love from Norway. I have descendants, long lost descendants from that area. Yeah, definitely better than $300 and something plastic chainsaw. So it says this is a heavy bespoke collector's item measuring 24 by 33 centimeters. I did not do the conversion in that. My brain doesn't work in centimeters, so give it to me in inches. Same thing, 3 kilograms. I don't know. What's that, like 5 pounds? I'm not sure. And it comes with a full color matte laminated 27 by 40 folded print of the original poster. So that's like full one sheet size. A reprint of the official 5-issue comic book series, a reproduction of the 1983 press kit, a reproduction of the 1983 lobby cards, a 80-page hardback book, which is interesting. I like those. Filled with photographs, original production material, and brand new essays. A reprint of the 1984 Fangoria article, a reprint of the first draft of the script. That is very interesting to me, to see the full script, because if we've got the full script of that 3-hour cut of the movie, you could literally fill in a bunch of gaps in the story with that script. So that's pretty cool. I mean, if you're not a huge fan of this movie and you don't care about see, for me, I consider this also continuing education from a filmmaking standpoint. Like, first of all, I want to know the gaps. I want to fill in the gaps because we only see pieces of the whole of the movie. I want to fill in the gaps. And on top of that, I want to know all about how they made it. There's so much mysterious stuff about the effects and everything. I want to know everything so that I can incorporate that into my learning, into my next movie, and things like that. So I consider this, continuing education. My whole ancestry, when you do that ancestry thing and started doing that and tracking it back and everything, and the blood test, all that kind of stuff that you can do, the DNA, everything, all my whole family is like from like Norway and Sweden and then into England. Like, they're 100% in that area. So divide centimeters by 2.54 to get inches. Okay. I have no calculator in front of me. Can't do that math. So you get a custom-made transparent PVC display case, anti-scratch. You're also going to get a 3D lenticular hard case housing the discs. So you're going to get a lot of stuff. And here is the thing. We are also proud to present the worldwide debut of a featured documentary, a World War II fairy tale, The Making of Michael Mann's The Keep, a definitive companion that combines over 100 interviews across the globe and a treasure trove of extremely rare material. That's a hell of a selling point. Also a selling point is the entrancing soundtrack of the film from pioneering electronic group Tangerine Dream is also included on a CD, a haunting fusion of synth and shadow. So I'm in. Like I'm in. You also are going to get a nickel plated like cross like is in the movie. So I'm in. That's a lot of stuff. I get that's expensive, but hey, Stephanie, the bad movie babe is in the house. Matt, what's up, man? Didn't get a chance to join last night's live streams. We were out, but hope y'all had an excellent time at Epic. Yes, we did have a great time at Epic. My back, my ribs had started to get better, and then I had to make the drive back, and then I had to do like a lot of sitting, and man, it just killed them again. But I bought it. I bought it this morning. Now, here's the thing, and I actually had a discussion with Brian and Jason in our little group chat. And Brian, he ran out and did a video like 4 o'clock this morning about why he's going to wait. And you know what? If you are not a huge fan of the movie and you are worried, you know, you don't particularly have the money right now. I mean, money's always a factor. But if all things are being equal and you could buy it and you're interested in it, I don't know that I would recommend waiting. I mean, the price is not going to drop. There's still a few of the Never-Ending Story sets out there, and the price has not dropped. So waiting on a price drop is pointless. So if you're going to buy it and you have the money, I would say go ahead and buy it, because otherwise you just risk it selling out for what? The price isn't going to change. So I would recommend it. The biggest thing is all this stuff here. The very biggest thing, Stephanie, is this huge feature-length documentary that they've done with it. That's the biggest thing. It's got tons of interviews. They've also got new commentaries and interviews with cast and crew. But this huge documentary, feature-length, that's a big thing for me. And I'm going to tell you, a sneaky thing is a reprint of the first draft of the script. Because if the first draft of the script is of the full 3-hour movie that doesn't exist anymore, that could fill in so much information about the movie that you could, know if you read the script. So for me, those are big things. Plus the hardback book filled with more information, more pictures, on-set stuff. The big one sheet, all that kind of stuff that you didn't get before. But that's the big, and I get it looks like Imprint did their own restoration of this. Well, here's the thing on that, B-MAGA. They're not saying that it's going to go there. They're not guaranteeing that it's going to go anywhere else. Right now, it's not. See, if you notice, Dune, you can buy Dune at Orbit as a pre-order. Not this. Right now, they're not giving it out to any other retailers. They might eventually, but right now they're not. Had they done that right away, I would have bought it from Orbit. But Orbit just factors in the shipping price, really, because like right now, Orbit still has a few Never-Ending Stories left. It's $190. So for sure. Oh yeah, man, that poster was in View and Chew Video, where we used to go rent movies when I was a kid. So yeah, on that B-MAGA, in this morning, I had to wait like 30 minutes to get into the site because the site was bogged down, and you had to wait your turn to get into the site. So who knows? Well, I don't know, man. They put Dune right out there. Some of the others. So I don't know. I mean, right now they're saying no retailers will stock it. So, who knows? It was $160 with shipping. It was $160 with shipping, which is expensive, man. I mean, I get it. It's 100% expensive. But, you know, I don't like, I'm not going in for Dune. I'm not a big enough Dune fan. This movie with that kind of stuff added, like I said, I consider it continuing education for me too. I mean, the shit, you got to understand the shipping's like $45 of that price. So you ordered Gator Bait 1 and 2 first time. Yes, I think it will sell out too. I ordered it as well. Ah, see, I had this same discussion with Brian. Keep in mind, this movie sold 12,000 copies in one weekend at Vinegar Syndrome. Everybody else would like, there's a good chance with Neverending Story, you're going to get a studio release at some point. I don't think you're ever getting a studio release of The Keep anytime soon. So everybody's like, oh, there'll be eventually a standard of Neverending Story. There has to be. This one, maybe not so much. 12,000 copies at Vinegar Syndrome in 3 days. Don't forget that. That would be my guess, too. Yeah, the line queue this morning. That was crazy. But yeah, I went ahead and got it. I mean, I would just say if you want it, the price isn't going to change. The price isn't going to change. And if it comes to Orbit, he's just going to put the price into it of shipping. So, it's if you want it, I would just order it. If it's not big enough to you, like if the documentary doesn't mean that to you, the new interviews, the script, that means a lot to me because if I can fill in those gaps, if I can see the full script for a 3-hour movie, for me, that's almost as good as watching it because I'll know what was supposed to be there. So all that kind of stuff. And then the soundtrack is a big thing too. So, I mean, for me, it's for sure. But if those things don't mean that much to you, then don't overextend to buy it because it's going to be $160 shipped. Damn, it's still got a 12-minute wait right now to get into the site. Yeah, but I mean, that's still carrying on with this, and they're adding a bunch of stuff that Vinegar Syndrome didn't. So, I mean, maybe it won't sell out. Maybe it totally will not. Maybe everybody that bought it is done, and they're not interested anymore. But my advice would be if you are interested and you can afford it right now, the waiting doesn't pay you off because it's not going to get cheaper. They're not going to drop the price. They still haven't dropped the price of any never ending story. So the price isn't going to drop. So you're just playing roulette on whether it sells out or not. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that'll get you for sure. That will get you for sure you order those secret titles and it's the keep. And like this year, what was we just had some secret titles, and the secret titles were wasn't it the Dark Half and what else? Am I losing my mind? We just had that, so. I don't know. I mean, but you're also talking about 12,000 versus maybe there's gonna be 1,000 of these, maybe 1,500. So you only need a fraction. I mean, if 10% of those people buy this, then it's sold out, or less. If they only do 1,000, you don't even 10% of those you don't need. 10% would be 1,200 people. You're in 378 positions. See, when I went in this morning, I was in 500 and something. And all those people are getting this movie. I'm not trying to create FOMO. I'm 100% telling you, if all those things don't matter to you, don't get it. Because the Vinegar Syndrome is an incredible addition. But like the documentary is a big deal to me. The full script is a big deal to me. So, I mean, the box set and all that's cool, whatever. But those other things, those tangible things that I can learn from, watch, fill in the gaps of like all my life imagining what the rest of this movie was supposed to be like, that's a lot to me. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, I would, if there was a chance that like if it didn't sell out, that they would drop the price too. That would be different. But they are never going to drop the price of this. They will stubbornly not do it. So the price isn't going to change. So now it's just about, do you want it now or do you want to wait and see if it sells out, and then I don't know. Like I if you want it, I just, what I'm saying is I don't see the benefit of waiting. If you want it, like I don't. What's the benefit of waiting? Like somebody would have to give me the benefits of waiting, because the price, knowing the price is never going to change. What's the benefit of waiting? If you want it. If you don't want it, or the Vinegar Syndrome is good enough for you, and I'm going to tell you right now, if this didn't have the documentary and the script and the new interviews with cast and crew, I wouldn't be buying it either. Yeah, they didn't give a number. They just said it was going to be right here at the bottom. It says a very special limited edition pressing, and they're only doing it once. And I believe them, because they haven't even tried to capitalize by making a standard of the never ending story or anything. That's true. The Vinegar Syndrome one is on eBay, is going for like this price, for like over $100. So 100%. Like I don't see. I mean, if you don't have the money right now and you want it, you gotta wait, right? Or you don't want it, then waiting doesn't matter. But like it's not going to go on sale. The price isn't going to change. So then you're just waiting, and maybe it sells out, and you screw yourself over. Yeah, they're not saying one way or the other on that, but if he does, then people who didn't get it are gonna be like, "Oh shit, man." So if there's 2,000 of these, think about it. That's only what, like 15%. You only need 15% of the people who bought it from Vinegar Syndrome to buy it. But that is that. Let's check out this Screen Factory sale. We'll come back to that in a few minutes. I guess it would help if I shared the correct screen with you. All right, so this hit yesterday, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting on this to come out today. I was like, what the hell, you guys? You sent the email. Where is it? Stupid thing. Oh my gosh, I hate clicking. There we go. So the Hidden Gems sale. Let's get back to it. It says up to 65% off stuff. So here we got War Games back on sale. There were some 1,500 of Neverending Story. Neverending Story costs more though. It was right at 200 shipped. So I mean, talking about an extra 25 to 40 more dollars. That makes a difference. Let's see. I just picked up War Games on the last sale. Here it is at $17.99 again. Wanted. We got some, looks like some steel books. There's Box Trolls, Paranorman. There's a Weird Al Yankovic story, Lost City of Z. So I'm seeing this guy with you guys. I never even looked before I went live. Dragonheart 1999. That makes me feel real good about the 4K steelbook I bought the other day for $8.99 in the CD warehouse. So this is all about like less popular stuff. There is they've been trying to sell this one for a while. Slapshot, that's just a Blu-ray, but $14.99. Oh shit, Jason, are you in the house, Jason? There is the Herzog collection. I think all these are all Blu-rays though. Jason is a big fan of Herzog. I don't think so, man. I think if they could have, if that could have been done, it would have, between Vinegar Syndrome and then Imprint taking this much time, if that could have been done, it would have been done. I think it would have been done if they had it. That's true. Like, I mean, we already just saw Nosferatu the Vampire is getting a 4K from BFI, which means it's going to get one here somewhere soon. I'm waiting on that to buy it at this point. I don't want to get the BFI version, though, because I just feel like it's going to come out here. So I just picked up this steelbook for $8.99 used, but there it is, the 4K steel of Dragonheart. $21.99, so I got a hell of a deal on that thing. Jesus of Nazareth on Blu-ray. That's a good movie. Man, we're already down into Blu-rays, huh? So this thing is all over the place. There's the Dark Crystal. Anybody that paid full freight on that recently? $105 for that big crazy set. Labyrinth, is it on sale too? I haven't got to it yet. I see Dark Crystal. There's Delta Force. You know, if that was down at $17.99, I would get it. I'm not so sure about it. $21.99. Lots of Blu-rays, it looks like, with some 4Ks mixed in. There's Sin City. Private School for $12.99. Shake a leg on that one, Brian, at The Last Movie Standing. Yeah, they normally do, but I don't know if they'll put out the Herzog one. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like lots of Blu-rays. Not very many 4Ks it's looking like on this sale. Very light 4K. Wow, they really are, man. This is not looking like one of their better sales. The last sale they had was amazing. I'll go back to page 1 in just a second. Man, this is mostly all Blu-rays. So if you're into Blu-rays, here you go. This is the sale for you. All right, let's go back over here. 4Ks. Why am I not seeing Labyrinth? Am I just scrolling over? Oh shit, there it is. That's the big set. That's got like the snow globe ball thing, right? Well, Scream Factory put out, or Shout put out Aguirre, right? Is that how you say it? Yeah, this sale is meh, especially compared to the last one, the last most recent sale where I got like 11 4Ks. That sale was crazy good. They're trying to just dip in here and get rid of some of this like kind of spot filler stuff. House of Gucci 4K scale. I haven't seen that. There's Rock and Roll High School. I was just actually watching before I went to sleep last night. This was on a documentary. I heard that they had initially the band they wanted in this movie was Cheap Trick, and they had to settle for the Ramones. Man, this is a very light 4K. 4K, like there's just not a lot of 4Ks on sale. So if you're looking for 4Ks, I mean, there's Ted, $23.99. There's UHF. That's the double poster, double slip set for $39.99. Oh, if there is a 4K of it, I will never buy the Blu-ray. Zero chance. I mean, it's just technically like. I mean, there's some stuff like if Blu-ray's the best that I can get, I'll buy it, and I won't like my Friday 13th stuff. Like there's stuff I won't get rid of on Blu-ray sets that I've bought and everything else, but from a technical standpoint, it can't hold up. Like it is a very digital space. It was digitally processed. It was digitally enhanced, digitally like all that stuff. It doesn't have the filmic quality nor the information of a 4K. I know Brian's somewhere and his heart's breaking open as I say that. There's Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. There's just no hurry to get that. Doesn't have a slip. It never had a slip. But it's a very underwhelming set overall. Well, a sale, I mean. The Labyrinth Deluxe set. Am I like just not seeing like this? I only see one. Somebody said it's on another one's on the next row down. Like, am I hallucinating over here? I see that one. Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah. I'm just not a big enough fan of that movie for that kind of coin. For all the little, like, tchotchkes. I wish some of this other stuff was on sale. Nothing else is on sale. I just clicked out of the sale by accident. So I don't know, you guys. I think it's pretty weak sale overall. I'm kind of the same way, Matt. I'm the same way. I think this describes it overall right here. This sale is meh. I mean, there is nothing I need to pick up out of this. Absolutely. I mean, in Rock and Roll High School, I mean, it's still $26, so it's not like a big enough sale to worry about it. So yeah, I think this I'm setting this sale out, I believe. What's up? Williams Reviews. Yeah, I mean even the Blu-rays, almost none of them have a slip. It's like when you start talking like, $15 for a Blu-ray with no slip. Like that ain't it, Chief. So I'm out. I'm out on that. I'm out on the Scream Factory sale. I don't see a lot. I'm the same. I grabbed like a 10 or 11 last time. I don't. There's nothing on this one I need. But it's just as well because I spent all my money today on this. So I spent all my money today on this. Anybody else buying this? Am I the only one on here? I wish they would too. I think it's the thing of like, it's for me it's uniformity, it's the cover art. All that kind of stuff. The limited nature of them. I was talking to Jason and the original Fuzz messaging about this. I feel like Scream Factory. I feel like at the bottom is Criterion because they don't do anything. They have no slips. They have no. They have nothing. Their art's not good. And then one step above them is Kino. Kino has the same flimsy slips. They're crappy. They never do any original artwork at Kino. And then a step above them is Scream Factory. Scream Factory has basically the same slips as Kino. They don't sell out of their slips as fast as Kino. Kino hardly makes any slips. And at least Scream Factory every now and then will give you a new commissioned art alternative slip cover. They'll give you posters. At least it's something. It's not always, but you're going to get some exclusive art every now and then, some new art. You're going to get multiple slip variants because of new art, original art, and you're going to get posters. So at least it's something every now and then. And then you start going up from there, and towards the top is Vinegar Syndrome and Arrow, and then you're getting Terror Vision. They're putting their stuff out in great slips and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna set that sell out. All right, so I'm not alone. You're gonna grab one. Yeah, I doubt I'm alone. I mean, otherwise there wouldn't be a queue to get into the website. But I'm fingers crossed that that script is the full script, the original script for the 3-hour movie. Oh, you pick so I was hoping that I was hoping against hope that this would be on sale. That this would be on sale at least like $10 off, so I could justify buying it because I really want those posters. That's one of those with extra artwork that they commissioned, and I wanted the NECA figure. But I already bought it. I accidentally bought the one without it out of haste just a mistake. And so now it's like, oh shit, I already bought it. So am I going to buy it again? I need it to go on sale to kind of justify that to me. I don't have Night of the Demons either. I need that one. Oh, you just ordered the Dune set. I'm not a big enough Dune fan to get that set. That's one I'm skipping. If I was going to get it now, I would order it from Orbit because I can just get it shipped locally. Well, I mean, they do some alternate art, because right here is one of them on Night of the Creeps. And of course, they usually do their steel books, but and like this is, you got the art, and then screen or whatchamacallit, Sleepaway Camp. They gave you some different artwork. So you get the different slips, the different art. So they do it some. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I keep doing my check in on the Prince of Darkness 4K on Amazon, because holy moly, the second that thing goes live, I am buying it. I am buying it. Soon as that goes live, I am buying that sucker. That thing is awesome. Gus is still waiting to get in to get the keep. 7 more minutes. I haven't watched the new ones yet. Well, you can go back and double dip. Last night we were on a long time waiting on something to happen with the keep. Yeah, I don't think they hit a really big home run with their last sale, and they they whiffed. They got a foul tip on this one. Yeah, they just announced that, Stephanie, just a few days ago. That was an immediate order for me. Immediate order. Double feature 4K, with a poster and a slip for $35.99. Both movies on 4K. I know that was quite a good deal on that. I just hate that it's one poster, because those are sexy. Agreed. You got in, had it in your cart, didn't pull the trigger. Probably should have. I know. I know. It's it is that torn between being responsible and there's always that fight between, I got to be a responsible adult and you only live once. Yeah, I love this. I love both of these, actually. Artwork. Deathstalker 2, from memory, has a lot more skin in it than Deathstalker 1. You picked up UHF, Harley Davidson, The Marlboro Man, Forced Vengeance, Flashback, and 10. Well, okay, so you got quite a few. 10 to Midnight that's a Blu-ray only, right? Who, the Imprint or Scream Factory? Scream Factory will put one up when it gets like under a couple of hundred or something sometimes. The Never-Ending Story. Do they still have that on their website too? Oh, so I'll probably have 2 or 3 Criterion Hunt videos for July, and because I got a big list, but I will only buy what I can find, and I'll wait. Like if I strike out, then I just won't get it. I'll have to try again in November. That's how I do on my Criterion stuff. So, but I definitely have a list of things to get. I do too. I like those, but it's like I think it's a give and take on those, because they think, oh, if we do that, then people will wait until it gets low. Well, shipping's $45, so you're gonna save $45 if you get the free shipping. It's coming. It's coming. I haven't really, like, I got to put together my whole list of what I want to get. But I definitely have quite a few things that are kind of piling up on me on what I want to get. Let's see here. Now, that last announcement for Criterion had nothing. That was like for hardcore Criterion bros like Jason. But let's see. I'm going to bring back my, also in July, I'm going to bring back my Criterion Closet critiques. I mean, the Wes Anderson set, that'll go for 50% off, but that's not like a high priority for me. I'll definitely be in the market for the Three Musketeers, the Four Musketeers. I have not decided yet if I'm gonna get get Thief from Arrow or Criterion, but I've got quite a few things that I'm looking to pick up. I don't want to spoil it though, because that'll be part of my content in July. Yeah, I'm gonna say Barry Lyndon is probably gonna be on that list. I just think it's gonna look really good in 4K. That's true. It's never going anywhere. I mean, I tell everybody all the time, if one of the most, and I'm gonna probably in July, I'll show my whole Criterion collection, and mine's gonna be the most mainstream Criterion collection that you've ever seen in your life. My like, I have a lot of Criterion, but it's gonna be super mainstream probably. But Risky Business, if I could recommend one Criterion for you to buy, it is Risky Business. Yeah, I don't know. It's very confusing when you read it on there. It's very, very confusing. But yeah, I don't. Their their page sucks like everything else. Their last set of announcements, just there was absolutely nothing. Nothing. I don't even think I heard of any of those, to be honest with you. Yeah, here is it says that there are 10 4K Ultra HD discs of the films presented in Dolby Vision HDR and 10 Blu-rays of the films. So when I first read it, I was kind of saying to you, I'm like, all these they're just, some of these are just 4K scans on Blu-rays. But then you read this and it says that all 10 of the movies are on 4K discs with Dolby Vision and HDR. So I don't know. Yeah, my Criterion's very mainstream. Okay, yeah, I mean, it says it right here. It's just, it's very confusing if you go in and click individually, too. Sup, Jonestown Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. But like that, I got to decide if I want that or the Criterion one. I've never seen that movie. I was looking for like a group announcement of the last Criterion drops, because man, was there just nothing for me on that. I think it's like, here's some of these, right? Like Sunshine or Shoe Shine. I have no idea. Yeah. None of these. I mean, I feel the pretentiousness coming off. There we go. That's more my speed. I actually don't like that movie either. But yeah, I've got a lot of that coming up. Yeah, I've never seen it. Never seen it. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. Like, I'm such a documentary and filmmaker guy. Like, I ordered this like as education too. Really, I think it's cool that all this is in 4K, or a lot of it is. Yeah, I have to grab it. That one's a target for sure. Grabbing Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man and Delta Force. I feel like Delta Force should be at $17.99. If War Games is at $17.99, I feel like Delta Force should be at $17.99. But yeah, that's what's it look like if you go to Imprint's website now? Still got a backlog. Did you get in there, Gus? You probably had to go if you did. So if you go to their website right now, look at that. It says, wow, we have a lot of traffic. Please stand by. I'd be at position 405. If everybody that's doing this is buying the keep, which if not, if they weren't, why would they be doing this? How is it not going to sell out? I mean, the previous sale was a really good sale. But I mean, I hadn't seen the sale. I went live with everybody to see the sale. So, I mean, there's no way I can't see the damn future. So, yeah, let me get out of here. I don't want to take somebody's spot up in line. Let's see. I did notice today that this is back in 139.99. And you know what? It's only $39.99 more than the crappy jewel case. So I can't see paying. Like, why would you pay $100 for that when you can get the steel books for $40 more? At least they're protected in their own cases. Or they got to sell on Amazon, Scream Factory. It's hard to just search those if you ever noticed that. Now, Return of the Living Dead 2, that's one I need to get right there. I could have it by tomorrow. $21 for the standard Prince of Darkness. See, it's very hard on Amazon to like search just Scream Factory. It doesn't do well. If this drops back down, I think Ken said this went down like $50 here recently. If that ever drops to that again, I will buy them on general principle. I'll buy like 2 or 3. And I already have it. It's very, like, see, I typed in Scream Factory 4Ks and it barely gave me any. I hate trying to search on Amazon like that. Yeah, except for I mean, you have to talk to me after you've gone to film school and you've taught film and you've dealt with it for a really long time and you've made films and everything else. When you deal with so many people that feel like they have to say they like certain movies to give them a status, to give them to make them have an appearance of being a certain sophistication level. When you've dealt with that for about 25 years, then talk to me. And when you have people, oh, you came to film school because of Star Wars? I'm here because of Kurosawa. I'm here because of this. I'm here because of that. I'm like, when you were 12 years old, you weren't watching Kurosawa. You were watching Star Wars. You lying asshole. Like, especially like in my era, late 70s through the early mid 80s, it's not like now. You couldn't just go online and see foreign films. Hell, it was hard enough to watch domestic films at home. So when you've dealt with that for a long time, you spot it. You spot it. And then when I taught it, when I had kids coming to me that I taught in college or in high school that are like, oh, well, coach, as I was always coach. Oh, coach, why aren't we learning about this or that? This is a more important film. I'm like, says who? Says who? A lot of these films, go back and look up the history of a lot of films that Criterion puts out. They were considered shit in their own country, and they were considered crappy when they were put out. They were critically crapped on. And then Criterion picks them up and puts the Criterion label on them, and suddenly they are pure cinema. It's that kind of stuff. Just like Vinegar Syndrome people, this Lost horror movie comes out, and they're like, I've loved that my whole life. I'm like, bullshit. You've never heard of that movie either. Just enjoy it if you enjoy it, but don't try to pretend you're something else. I mean, of course, there's always people that are exceptions to the rules, but when you've dealt with it for a really long time, man, you just smell it coming off in waves. B MAGA, yeah, FOMO will get you, brother. Oh, I'm sure they get in there like, oh, Beetlejuice, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm not a big enough Dune fan. Like, I'm totally good with, I am totally good with my Arrow 4K of that. Let's see, where's it at right here? There it is. I mean, it's a cool looking set, but I'm cool with just the one I got. Flicks and Pixels in the house. You guys go check out Flicks and Pixels. Got a new channel that's growing. Yeah, I mean, I just don't have time today. Like, when the thing is with a live, first of all, I can cover all this, but I just don't have time today to edit and upload the video and everything. So when this is done, it's done. And then I can record my videos for the weekend and get some of the other work. I mean, every now and then I got other work I got to do too. So I got to get some other stuff done. So I know someone was criticizing me earlier on a comment. They're like, you're doing too many lives. Don't just do live streams. I'm like, man, normally I do a video every day, and normally I just do lives once a week, but sometimes life happens, and I would rather come on and talk to you guys about stuff than not talk to you. Yeah, I'll never part with that. Not ever. Not ever. Even though, like, if you look at my video that I did the other day, I mean, I don't hate the way it looks, but it doesn't look like the 4K. Like, they don't look like the 4K. The 4K is next level, but I don't hate the way the Blu-ray looks at all. But I will never get rid of that. Even if I get all the 4Ks of everything, I'll still never get rid of it because it's a cool ass set to have together. And there's stuff like that I'll never get rid of. Yeah, like man, if I'm gonna tell you what, if it ever goes down to that price again, I'm gonna buy a few of them and hang on to them and give them away, give them as gifts. I mean, that's nutso price. Yeah, I got a favorite and price. Man, that's what I'm doing. Like I'm gonna I next time that sucker drops like that again, I'm buying it. Oh yeah. Well, there's a 4K of that. You can get the 4K from Scream Factory. Looks great. Oh, you're talking about the like the pretentiousness stuff, right? It's like, man, you get a whole different. And Stephanie it works in movies too. You get a whole different perspective on it. All right, Brent, I did too, man. I did too. I knew if you were still in here, you'd be thinking along those same lines with me. Like, but the vinegar syndrome people at the man, vinegar syndrome and criterion people have a lot in common overall. But I'll see that all the time too. Like, oh, this was the greatest. I've always loved this horror movie. I'm like, bro, you never heard of that movie. Like, you're 22 years old. You've never heard of that. You've never heard of that. Like, I'm old. I saw when it came out, and like nobody watched it then either. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to getting it. I really hope that the script, it says it's got the original first draft of the script. So I hope that's the full script draft for the 3 hour plus cut of the movie. Because man, then you can know what everything was supposed to be there. That would be, I mean, that's the next best thing to getting to see it. I did get the keep, my brother. I did get the keep. We talked real quick. Um, let's see here. I did get it. The documentary and the full script would be enough for me alone to buy it. So I did grab it. I think they just kept making a bunch of those. To be honest with you, though, I think they just kept making them. And they may have had a license to do a certain mini, and on Friday the 13th, they may have it to where they can keep making those for an extended period of time. So I don't think that they're still trying to sell off stock that they made years ago. I think they're still making them. I really do. How old are you? Because in the late 70s through the early 80s, mid 80s, 90s, you didn't have any way to watch most of that stuff. You could It was a revelation to get to watch a mainstream movie in your house. We paid like $89 for Indiana Jones. So, and I remember my mom paying like $70 for like MASH the movie or something like that. It was not in to so to get a bunch of foreign films was not easy to do. You know what, dude? Let me see what you've done. You're the type of guy who I honestly would slap the taste out of your mouth. I'm just gonna be honest with you. My Criterion collect. Yeah, mine's very mainstream too. Outside of a couple of them. Gus, I'm sitting here stressing. I'm stressing y'all not to have FOMO. Not to have FOMO. Do you know what, brother? I've made a bunch of films. I've worked with people and directed people that you've only seen on TV. I've been all over this country with my films in major film festivals, been released by Lionsgate, Magnolia Pictures. I've taught film. What the hell have you done? What did I do to get out of mainstream? Well, like I will push myself. I'll just push myself. So like I'll say I'll find something that like I do like that's mainstream, and then I will look for something that is similar to that's not like I'll tell you what I'll do. Taste Drive is actually a cool thing to use. It's a website. It's free to use. It's free to use, and you can go in there and like you can type in a movie that you like, and based on that, it'll give you other movies like that, and you can keep going down that rabbit hole. But yeah, that's But like I grew up, man, in the you're coming off the late '70s, you're going into the '80s. That is like some of the most iconic time in American cinema that formed my viewing right there. So how old are you? Again, how old are you? I don't have to, like, why do I need to expand anything? How about I watch what I like to watch? Like, I don't have to like anything else. I don't have to watch anything else. If I choose to watch something else, then that's fine. But just because it's foreign, see, this is what's pretentious. Just because it's a foreign film or just because it's old or whatever does not make it good. It does not make it a classic. Putting Criterion on the label does not make the damn thing a classic. It just don't. It just does not. Yeah, like I mean some like today like I can go here until 2:30 or so. But if I had to record a 30-40 minute video, then edit and everything else that could in upload and make the thumbnail and everything, it could easily take me 4 hours to do. Once I'm off of here for this, I'm done for the day. Plus it's happening right now. So does the sand like roll around in it? I thought it was like a solid like piece of like sand brick or something. I'll have to check that one out. Like, but see, like I'm the guy who will watch Return of the Living Dead and then watch Gone with the Wind, and then watch Jaws and then The Sound of Music. Like I like all kinds of movies and I will like them equally, but I don't feel the need. I've been there and done that. So I don't feel the need to say I like things so that I look a certain way to people. So when you were young, there was zero chance you were watching that you were watching foreign films on the regular. Zero chance. There was no way to watch them all the time. Oh, so you're gonna come in here? Oh, I love this guy. You're about to be gone, brother. You're one of those people that go in, run your mouth, and then you pearl clutch. You're not right. My resume's online, bitch. How is yours? Yeah, he gone now. He gone. Appreciate it, Albert. Thanks, Jason. I mean, they're fun to do. They're fun to do. I get to talk to you about this stuff happening in real time. Don't worry. I mean, I do videos. I have put up a video. I put up a video every single day. So even if I do 2 lives a week, that's still 5 videos that I'm doing that are recorded. And I'll get back to where I'm just doing my 1 a week. But right now, I mean, life happens. I do have other things to do. So it's either I come on live and we talk about this stuff, or I don't get to talk about it with you at all. I appreciate it. Yeah, John Doe, yeah, like I'm gonna go over my whole collection, but like I just look over my shoulder and like I see Godzilla, I see Princess Bride, I see Wall-E, I see Scanners, I see like War of the Worlds, The Blob. I see all of David Lynch's stuff, like that. So it's pretty, you know. We did go over the sale, man. I'll cut back over there real quick. It's pretty underwhelming, especially when you compare it to how good that last sale was. Man, that last sale was out of sight good. When you can get 11 4Ks and it's like $160 shipped, which is what I did last time. That's so good. And then this one just there's barely any 4Ks in it, and it's a lot of Blu-rays. Oh, got another one. I'm out here selling the keep, and I like actually was like kind of saying the opposite. If you've never seen it, Michael, shit, man. Well, I mean, the problem is, what's the Vinegar Syndrome one going for these days? So here's your problem. Like the Vinegar Syndrome one is going for around that much with the slip. Standard version you could get for $33.99. But I mean, look at the price of these. You're not going to get. So I mean, if you wanted just the standard, just to watch it, but the problem then is if you pay $50 to get the standard to you, and you love it, and then you wish you'd bought the other one. That's the problem. Oh yeah, stack those. Oh, he hasn't done anything. He's always here lately. He's been running his mouth on every single thing, every video I make. He's gone now. I'm not being rude, but here is the thing. It is my live stream. So you don't get to come on and tell me what to do. I don't respond real well to that. Yeah, it is. It is. Every now and then my patience gets right. I used to be, I mean, when I played football, when I did MMA, when I was a power lifter, like I had a much different temperament. And as I've gotten older and I don't do that anymore, I chilled out a lot. But every now and then, every now and then. Man, so like, I'm going to work with Blockbuster box sets, and we're starting out. We are going to do We're going to do Creature Feature, and we're going to do Dark Roads box sets. I'm going to have art commissioned, do prototype. They're going to be Blu-ray. They're going to be on 50 gig Blu-rays. They're going to have other stuff. I'm going to show the whole complete limited edition box set, and I'm probably going to do an Indiegogo or whatever where I can sell them, where you can, if you donate like a certain amount of money, you get you get a copy of it and all that kind of stuff, and that will help finance it. That will let me know how many I'm selling, and it will help me finance the creation of them. So I'm just going to sink the money into getting the prototypes made for that, and we're going to start with those two. Yeah, I love it. Come in yelling, talking all kinds of crap, all caps, and then be like, "Oh, how dare you say anything back?" Man, I hate that. I hate that kind of stuff. It's fine, Adam. It's fine. Like, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I love it when people are like, "What have you done?" It's like, well, you can go to my IMDb. Like, you can go look. Because it's funny because the same people that will tell me that, like, they're fans of these obscure movies and everything will talk smack because my films haven't made hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's like, wait, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. I worked hard for what I have done. So yeah, like there are a lot of things. Like when you grow up, like I mean, I grew up in very rural Georgia, man. So when you do that, and it's 1984, 85, and you finally get to go to the movies and you get to see The Karate Kid, and you see Sensei Kreese up there saying "No mercy, sweep the leg," all that stuff, and then that same kid from nowhere, Georgia, on the farm watching that movie, you grow up and you get that guy to star in your movie, and you direct him, and you do a scene with him, and people fly you all over the country to go speak on filmmaking and independent filmmaking, and you have your films show at film festivals at Grauman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood. You're damn right. I'm proud of it. Money's not everything. Just because I got cheated out of a lot of money by my distributor, or the movies didn't make hundreds of millions of dollars, that's not the only thing that indicates success. 1,000%. 1,000%. And a lot of times I catch heat from both sides because I like both. As I catch heat from both sides for liking both. Because like what was it that I watched recently on the Criterion when I did my closet critique? Ingmar Bergman's shit, with Max van Sydow. Oh man, the title just slipped my mind. Like that's a must own for me in July. I gotta get. What in the world? I just totally blanked on the title of that. And man, I caught so much grief. Like, oh, you like that movie? You claim to be a horror guy. I'm like, see, I can't win. I can't win. I agree, man. I hate that. Like, oh, well, you have to if you consider yourself to be a film connoisseur and you taught film, then you must consider foreign films the best ever. Like, well, no, I don't. Yeah, like I mean, I listen. Like if people recommend movies to me, I did a whole video where like Jason and Daniel at the Cobwebs and Brian at the Last Movie Standing and Jordan at the Movie Den, where people are recommending movies to me that I haven't seen. I went and blind bought them and watched them, reviewed them, and ranked them. That's cool. So I'm not saying that I won't watch anything that I don't know. On the contrary, I just don't feel the need to like hold things up in a certain regard in order to like seem sophisticated. Well, yeah, you were living in that's a bit different. Same, same, same. Yeah, Bruce Lee. It's like, I mean, there's a reason I love Bruce Lee. Like, if you were, in like the early '80s, you're walking around the mom and pop store, you weren't getting like, they didn't have a Kurosawa section. It was hard enough to get Hollywood movies. That's why they were filling the gaps with like all this shot on video stuff. Oh, the guy that I kicked out of here? Yeah, Jason in the house. Jason been in here. Well, yeah, but those are considered mainstream movies by the people who are talking about foreign films. Those movies, they're not considering those as good movies, despite the fact that they're Oscar nominated. They're considering those mainstream. They don't consider you to be a learned film person if that is your standard of quality. That's the pretentiousness that comes in. If you're going to tell me that Dances with Wolves or Braveheart or Pulp Fiction or any of that kind of stuff is not cinema, or Rocky, which was nominated for 11 Oscars, if you're going to tell me that's not cinema because it's not foreign and it's not this director who's very artsy fartsy, then I'm going to argue with you. But they're going to tell you that those don't count. That's where the pretentiousness comes in. There you go, man. Yeah, so like I had to deal with when I was teaching, like there's a disconnect because these kids now, or anybody now, with a click, you can watch any movie from anywhere at any time, just about. And so you get this skewed view of, well, how come you didn't watch all these movies? They weren't available for me to watch. I couldn't watch them easy like that. I'm glad that the sale's a little bit of a letdown too, because I just spent all that money on the keep. But like, I mean, here's the Vinegar Syndrome one's going to cost you $100 or more. Have I ever done a collection video going through everything? No. The most I've done is I did my all of my horror movies back in like spooky season content. Well, that's one way to do it. I got to see this, man. I'm going to buy. See, this is one. I'm not opposed to watch. I'm going to buy that and watch it. Yeah, I know. I just saw Tom Hiddleston talking about Heat being one of his 4 favorite movies. Oh, I'm sure he went back to his mama's basement. I kicked him out though. Yes, but see, Jason, that's because you and I can have a film conversation with nuance. And nuance is so lost now. Discussion is so lost. It's so lost. But you and I can have that conversation. And like, I mean, like movies we were talking about, like The Carpenter. we all enjoyed the hell out of watching The Carpenter. Is it good? I don't know. It's good because we enjoyed it, and it may actually be way deeper than people think it is. But, you would get killed as a Criterion guy. You're going to get killed for saying that you think that's a good movie. I don't know. I haven't seen anything definitive on that. Yeah, man, I'm gonna try. I have the color remastered on Dark Roads right now. I've got that much done. I just have to decide if I'm going to shoot a new opening sequence for that movie before I put it out or not. But creature feature is pretty much done. I am cleaning it. It's done. The edit, the cleanup is what's being finished now on creature feature, and then it's just be a matter of getting those box sets. So like I'm literally over the next week, I'm going to talk with him and get the art going and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I will have to probably do it. I mean, I'll just be honest with you guys. I don't have the money to take the risk of having like 1,000 of each one of those movies made and not selling them in a box set. So I'm going to do the prototypes. Then we're going to do the Indiegogo campaign, and that's how we'll know. And you'll get something like you'll get like your name in the credits. You'll get different kind of stuff too, along with getting your copy, depending on what you do on the Indiegogo. And then I'll know, and I'll have the money to have them all made. I have. I just haven't reviewed it. You're talking about the second site one? Yeah. Yes, sir. People do send me stuff sometimes. I always tell people don't send me screenplays. I mean, you could send me a pitch, but don't send me a screenplay because I don't want anybody thinking that, like, if I made a movie, like, oh, I sent him that. Like, so I'm like, don't send me a screenplay. You can send me a pitch. I could try to help you. But, like, right now, I have more of my own scripts to make than I can ever get made in my lifetime. So. Magnificent Seven. I love Magnificent Seven. I mean, but like I like Seven Samurai too. It's just like if I'm going to put in a movie to enjoy and watch, it's going to be Magnificent Seven, one of the two Magnificent Seven movies over Seven Samurai. I mean, Seven Samurai is a 3 hour or so commitment. It's in a different language. I have a hard time with. I mean, I don't mind subtitles. My problem is I need glasses to read the letters. I don't need glasses to see the TV. So it's very like looking down and up is crappy. Yes, thank you, Lord. I could not just brain farted on that movie's name. Yes. Good night. I couldn't pull that off the top of my head. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Screamfest. Yes, man. I could not. I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know. It was like I was having an aneurysm. I appreciate that, Becca. I appreciate it. Becca has seen. I think you've seen. Have you seen them all now, Becca? I know what you meant. I knew what you meant. Right, right. I like demons. Yeah, you know what, Beetlejuice? Warner Brothers is the best studio. I'm just kidding. Warner Brothers flags me every time I use their content. I don't get it, man. Like, there are some people though that'll draw me off sides like that, and I think, man, it's a good thing you're not here. I'm not a big Jalo fan either. You know what's funny? It was early on in my channel, and I came on here, and I'm gonna have my buddy Chance, who makes movies with me. We're gonna do an Italian film discussion here soon, because he's a film school guy too. And when I came on making this, Arrow was putting out all those Jalo box sets, and everybody suddenly was the biggest Jalo fan, had been Jalo fans their whole life. Suddenly, when Arrow started putting out the cool box sets of them. In all of my life, teaching, going to film school, being on horror movie sets, all this kind of stuff, I never really heard anyone talk about Jalo films. And Chance and I were talking about that. Like, outside of maybe Suspiria, which isn't really a Jalo, and you might hear somebody talk about Argento here or there. But outside of that, like, you never heard anybody, any of these people who are in the business, who make movies, who make horror movies, who study films, you never heard them talk about Jalo films. Suddenly, Arrow puts out all these badass sets, and everybody has always been the giant, biggest Jalo fan ever. And now, and I made a video about that, and now that's kind of gone away. You haven't heard about it as much in the past several months. Now, they're putting out all these Italian slasher, really gory horror films, and suddenly everybody's the biggest Italian horror fan of all time. So it seems like a lot of, I was always the biggest fan of that coincides with whatever's getting the cool release. And I mean, that's not universal. Some people genuinely are fans of those things, but it does seem like hype trains get rolling. It's obvious, you have proven it. Oof, my Diamond in the Rough film. I knew what you meant. Diamond in the Rough. Oh, man, I'd have to really think about that. Well, I had somebody the other day, and this isn't a Diamond in the Rough, because you can't consider it a Diamond in the Rough if it got nominated for like 11 Oscars. But somebody, I forget who it was, I was given a hard time because they said that Rocky was basically just a sports movie. And I'm like, man, that is a very heavy drama, really. But I don't know. I'd have to think about that. A Diamond in the Rough movie. Let me get. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna make a video out of that. How about that? Where I can give that some thought. Some movies that are like great cinema that are kind of rough around the edges. Diamonds in the Rough. That's a great. So Jonestown Kool-Aid. I'll make sure when I do that video that I mention you in it. I'll do a video. That's a good video topic. Yes, everyone, go watch the Carpenter commentary at Pop Culture Mass. Me and Jason and Brian from the last movie Standing. That was a great commentary. I'm gonna tell you, I made a joke about it, but Jason will back me up. And I think if you watch the commentary, you'll feel the same. I think it's got some deep levels to it. I think it's got some deeper levels to that movie. Even though it's just like a Canucksploitation, low budget, like kind of horror, I think it's got some deeper context in there. I unapologetically love Hubie Halloween. So, but like I said, I can watch that movie and just enjoy the hell out of it. And everything else, and then I can go and watch something that's considered highbrow and enjoy it the same. And I think a lot of times people have a hard time with people like that because it's not easy to put you in a box if you can watch and enjoy lots of different things like that. And so, I don't know. I tend to have always gotten blowback on that. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, make sure y'all go watch that. Go watch that. Listen, I'm with you. I got Punch Drunk Love 4K in the Columbia box set, and I'll watch Hubie Halloween 10 times for every one time I watch that. Try to catch up on the chat a little bit. Well, I said there's always people that are exception to the rule. But I'm going to tell you from real life experience, and Chance will be on here to tell you too, in 20 plus years of being on movie sets, being in film class, being in teaching film, all that, nobody ever talked about them. Like, you almost never heard people talk about them. You got on set of horror movies, and people talked about the exact movies you think that they would talk about. They talked about Carpenter stuff. They talked about Craven stuff. They talk about Stephen King adaptations. All that, like who's on the Mount Rushmore. Like, people talked about the exact things that you would think they talked about. They didn't get together and talk about Jollos. They just didn't. That doesn't mean there aren't people that genuinely like them, but what I mean is you get the raft of people all of a sudden who never talked about them before, all talking about how they're their greatest ever as soon as these sets come out that are super cool. I'm with you, man. They're not. I mean, they're really like slasher, different ways to kill a woman. Black glove and a razor. I got to see that. It's one of the Stallone gaps in my profile there. There are Bring Me a Dream, Realm of Souls, Buried Cain, and Creature Feature are all on Tubi for sure. And I think they're on, some of them are on Amazon Prime. I don't know where else. Oh yeah, the Carpenter, way deeper, way deeper. You could really dissect the hell out of that movie, I think. See, Jason's with me on Hubie Halloween. I love Hubie Halloween. Why do I need to unblock anyone? I don't need anybody in here just destroying up the chat. That's not censorship. You need to learn the definition of that, brother. Not having someone come into your chat and just run their mouth constantly and troll the chat is not censorship. No, films don't have to be entertaining, but if they're not entertaining, you're not going to watch them over and over again. Like, I'm a huge Steven Spielberg fan. I don't need to watch Schindler's List over and over again. It's not censorship. Cry me a river. Absolutely did. Hey, Dolce Green in the house. I'm glad you made a live stream. What did I do? What did I do? This guy. This is definitely the guy that I kicked out of here under another one. That has nothing to do with it. I am. I mean, but I don't need to sit here and deal with crap while we're trying to have a good time and talk about movies. Right. You got to keep it respectful. When somebody's in here like cussing you and like talking smack and trying to destroy, everything that you've done and everything else, and people are just trying to have a good time, I got no time for that. I got no time for that. Well, yeah, like, but they're talking about Italian giallos. But yeah, Dress to Kill technically is kind of like a giallo, but they're talking about the actual giallos from giallo, like the yellow novels or whatever that they're based off of. The In case you guys don't know, this is 100% the guy I kicked out of here, coming back in under another account. And I talk to Ken all the time off screen. So yeah, that makes it tough when I do the late night streams. I try to mix one in every now and then in the daytime, so that everybody can be on that can't be on at night. For real, I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. See, I got no need to see. I don't need to own that movie because I don't need to see it a bunch of times. Yeah, like you can always I mean, and there's always exceptions, right? To everyone. Like you might literally really be the guy that's been a Jalo fan for all these years or whatever. But the odds that everybody with a YouTube voice and everybody that watches YouTube videos were always, for their history, the greatest Jalo fans ever, when I spent all these years on movie sets, teaching film, studying film, being on horror sets, and never heard anyone talk about them, until they got all these beautiful box sets. It's awful coincidental timing, is all I'm going to say. I appreciate it. Yeah, hit the like button. That always helps. Right? Yeah, you don't come into the stream where we're having a good time and try to, disrespect the whole life's 2+ decades of work and study and everything else just because you think you're cool. I mean, it's like, but it's the thing. Internet makes people very comfortable saying things they'd never say in person. And that's kind of sad. I try to stay by the rule that I will never say anything on here that I wouldn't tell you to your face. If you just live by that rule, like, you would everything people would get along so much better. Things would just be so much more chill. And I fight to stay chill. Like, I want to stay chill. So keep it. It's kind of like my reviews. It's a whole lot easier just to be honest. Just be honest. Like, be honest to the best of your ability. Put it on there. And because the truth is easier to keep straight, man. Getting a free movie or getting some extra clicks or whatever is not worth being dishonest over. I'm not gonna sacrifice like my reputation of of evaluating things, or what I tell you, or get you to spend money on something that I don't think is good, just so that I get more clicks or whatever. So just be honest on that, and that keeps that 100, and you're good there. And then if you maintain the rule on the internet of don't say anything that you wouldn't say to someone's face, then you're good on that, man. And then it all the rest of it takes care of itself. Yeah, I mean, listen. Again, all I can do, like, there's just no, I can't make, there's no way I can see that vinegar, because I have it right here and I can take a picture, and I immediately knew it didn't look like that. And you guys know as well as I do, first of all, Vinegar Syndrome would not have put it out looking like that. They made their bones in film restoration. They wouldn't do that. And number two, had it looked like that for the past 3 years, people would have been up in arms about it. So there was either just a flat out mistake from lack of knowledge or chicanery. There's just no other way. Oh, yeah. See, I have a very hard time with that too. I like some of them. I say Arabella Black Angel is my favorite. It is the raunchiest, dirtiest, sleaziest one of them. But I have a problem. Like, I hate the way Italian cinema does and we're going to talk about this too when I get Chance on here. But I hate the way they dub everything. They do MOS, mute all sound. But I hate it. I hate it. And that started like with Mussolini, I believe, because like with the fascism, he had to approve all dialogue in a film. And so they kind of do it out of tradition. But it gives bad acting performances because they let everybody speak their own language. So there's no real way that you can get a meaningful interaction back and forth if you're not even speaking the same language. So I hate that. I hate that. Yep. That's the last part of that. Yeah, it's not censorship. We got to learn the definition of that. Let me say this as plainly as possible. Kicking someone out who's insulting you when everybody's having a fun time in a live stream and they come on just to troll you and insult you and everything is not censorship. You mental midget. What's up? Boogeyman's Closet in the house. Channel icon. Just sick woolly bear. Oh my gosh, you guys. The Dark Roads. If you watch Dark Roads with me, my movie, Bill Moseley, he almost made me die that day laughing because that line was not written where I answer the door and he's like, "Oh, nothing's wrong. Just this whore and her Sasquatch here." And I mean, that was calling me a Sasquatch because I just had to take off my boots so that I didn't look as tall, so that we could frame me up in the door properly with everyone. And he just fired that line off about Sasquatch, and he kept saying Sasquatch. Oh my God, that was hilarious. And then Chance walks up and he throws in Woolly Bear on him. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Man, so everybody's going to see this, I guess. Everybody is pumped up about this movie. I mean, I try not to go too heavy into like cinema history and like all that kind of stuff because I just feel like people get bored with that. But I mean, some things stick in there and come out useful. Oh, congrats, Beetlejuice! Congrats to him. Enjoy that, man. Enjoy that. Yeah, that's it just irritates me. Sometimes it's funny, but it's like it just like eh. Yes, exactly, my friend. Exactly. I think I told you guys go check out Flicks and Pixels. I think, dude, didn't you just crossed like over 500 subs? You got there pretty fast. That's awesome. That what they're doing there is censorship for sure. When you start cutting out 3 or 4 minutes of a movie and you're bragging about it, how you've updated it for modern audiences by cutting out the stuff they shouldn't see, that's censorship. Dude, that line, this whore and her Sasquatch. I mean, in the oh my god, and then it threw him off, and he started messing up his lines, and we all just started cracking up multiple times at the doorway right there. Yeah, they got this big set here, man. I definitely bought it this morning. Definitely bought it. Yeah, calling a butthead a butthead. Yeah, and I know that there is another YouTuber, and I'm not naming anybody's name on here. I don't, not trying to call people out. And somebody said that Ken should block me. That I'm a Ken hater. Guys, do you know that I message with Ken and talk to Ken all the time? And I told Ken before I ever went on the live stream last time, like that I thought he was wrong about the VSU of I thought he should get the VSU. That I thought he was wrong. That it's a good movie. That it should be a VSU of the Golden Child. And I told him that it was like giving me anxiety. He needed to get it. Don't let you. And then I went on and I said the same thing publicly. But I had already told Ken that privately. That I was like, dude, it's giving me anxiety. If I could get it for you, I'd get it for you, with my subscriber discount. Like, and like I'll talk to and Jason and Brian and I talk all the time, and I'll message with CHH. I'll message with Born to Be Rad. Like, but there's nothing that I say out here that I haven't already said to them. So you're like everybody's saying it's really good. I've never seen The Loved Ones or Devil's Candy either though. So I put him in timeout. Yeah, like guys, I think I even like have I because I'm trying to promote everybody and I want this whole community to grow. I decided that on my videos I was going to start putting a card that comes up of channels that I watch. Everybody, even like I don't agree with Ken all the time. I don't agree with CHH all the time. I told him yesterday on his comments, I was like, man, I wouldn't have ran with the stuff about Scream Factory just based on a random dude commenting on a Facebook page. But I told him that first. But I've decided I was going to start putting on there because people ask me who do I watch and everything else. I put everybody on there that I watch. Like, cause I'm a fan. I'll end up watching YouTube, everybody's YouTube stuff sometimes more than I'll watch movies on any given day. So I decided I think it's on my last video. You'll see it. And like Ken's on there. Of course, my man Jason and Brian, and Ken's on there and CHH is on there and Born to Be Rad. And like all these people that I watch, Fuzz is on there. You'll see them. Because I want everybody, I think that the community needs to come together a little bit more for us to expand and reach more people. We need to kind of have a little bit more of a positive, unified voice. This is a time, especially when you get Vinegar Syndrome going into Barnes and Noble. That's a big win for us. Let's push this stuff out there further. Yeah, Frank's Media and Fun Room. Man, so I guess I need to check these movies out. And Our Life in Horror, if you haven't checked out their channel, you need to go check out their channel. There's a lot of them. Right, brother? Like, even when we don't agree and we might talk shit amongst each other behind the scenes, it doesn't matter. We're all like, you know, even you could say something that drives me absolutely nuts. Like Jason and I, we kill Brian all the time because Brian is like, he is the Blu-ray defender and the VHS lover, and Jason and I are like a little bit older, and we're like, bro, we done been there, done that shit. We want the 4K. Give us the 4K. And so we give Brian crap, and then he's out here on the other side of it like, Blu-ray VHS forever, baby. Man, so okay, so I gotta look. This one of these movies, I gotta find it. We just watched a movie called Dead Ant about a rock group going to Coachella, really grabbing the schmackle and getting attacked by giant ants. Sydney Sweeney is interesting. Interesting. Now, I'm not a gorehound. I'm not a gorehound at all. That's why I'm not a big Fulci guy. That's a lot of why I'm not a big Fulci guy. I'm not a big gorehound. Oh man, oh shoot, is it? Is it up? I appreciate it, man. Let's see here. Air America. Boom. Thank you for that, Blake's Giants. I just went and grabbed her. Just went and grabbed it. $33, by the way, on that for that Air America 4K Steelbook. It has a slip with it, too. Not too bad on that. Not too bad. Thank you for the super chat, too, and for catching my attention on that. Yeah, the cross-dressing and the crotch-grabbing scene. Also heard, I think, where he asked the guy what tribe he's a part of and all that. I think that's cut as well. So there's a lot. Did I miss Eli? Yeah, I did, man. I appreciate it. I just look. I'll show you. Boom. Just went and ordered it right there. Just went and ordered it. Every time I click on a different page, it like makes my feed go slow, I noticed. William, yes, I did. I bought it. Definitely bought it. Grabbed it for sure. I mean, like I said, the documentary and the full original script is enough reason for me to get it. Oh, horns. Yes, I'm glad you watched it. I liked it. I really did like it. It's very different, very different. It kind of suffers a little bit. It was written by Stephen King's son, and as much as I love Stephen King's stories and stuff, he's not the best with endings, and he kind of passed that on to his son. But overall, I liked that movie. I thought it was cool. Thought it was different. I don't think it ended. I think the ending needed work, but I felt like the ride was worth it. Hey, checking in from Belgium as always. How are you? I know. I told him I give him grief, and because like man, when it comes to that American Pie, he was all about that 4K. And I'm like, he's a filmmaker too, and he makes sure that he films in like 4K or 6K, and I'm like, well, why are you doing that? Film that shit with a video camera or in 1080p. Yeah, it's a very curious ride. That's a good way to say it. I am on fire. I was cooking in here earlier for sure. Hey, Night 90, what is up? Yeah, definitely based on his son. His son wrote it, or he wrote the book story. It's definitely a different one. Yeah, the keep too. Like I don't know. Has anybody tried to go to Imprint's site again lately to see if it's still got a queue to get in? I know Gus was in here earlier and Gus bought it. So I just went back to the site with a new, and so even with a new entry, still like 260 something in line here. So I don't want to take people's space in line up, but yeah, I mean, if all these people are actually buying it, it's not going to hang around for long, unless they're seeing how many people and then they print more. Yeah, it seems like it's going faster now. This morning when I went in, I was like 568th in line, and it told me it was going to be like 35 minutes. It ended up taking about 20, 18 or 20. Did you get it? Oh, shoot. That didn't come up. Did you get it? You didn't get it. I think they're going to do 1,500 to 2,000, I think is what it'll be. These are all people reloading the page so they can soak in all the FOMO disaster when it finally sells out. Michael, I did. I did pick it up. But like I was an outspoken fan of that before Vinegar Syndrome ever announced it. Like, but for me, there is like a sentimentality attached to it of me and my brother and my dad watching it. My dad's not here anymore. So, and I mean, I hoped against hope that we get the full cut, but getting the documentary and getting maybe the full script that has what should have been in the full cut, that's worth the price to me. Like there's definitely movies that I get in honor of people. Like my grandmother was a huge John Wayne fan. I bought The Searchers 4K just in honor of my grandmother. Dude, you're going right back out of here. Nobody's got time for your ignorance in here. That has nothing to do with color. You're an absolute joke. Goodbye. Yeah, the soundtrack is a big deal. Dude, you didn't. I thought I said in the chat that Jason's been here with me the whole time. Matter of fact, he typed in first, even though I think he was second. We were just talking about. We was just talking about you too. So glad you came in here after that. Yeah, I kicked him out. He'll be back in with another account soon. I don't know because Vinegar Syndrome stuff, man, it don't seem to go down a whole lot. Yeah, he's got to go somewhere else for it now. Can't even filter before it puts you back in the queue. Like you went in and then it puts you back in the queue. Charles is waiting to get back on the stream, like waiting. This time I just kicked him out. I didn't put out. Last time I put him in timeout. This time he's gone. I don't have time for it. Like I don't have time or patience for that kind of stuff in my life. Like there's no reason. There's no reason. We're all having a good time here. We're all having a good time. We were just talking about your 4K of American Pie and the love and embrace that you put on that sucker. The happiness in your heart. I can't wait to get it, man. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, will we ever get? I hope so. I was talking to Brian and Jason about this last night. I would love Dukes of Hazzard on 4K, but man, Smallville. I'm a huge Smallville fan, and Supernatural for that matter. I would love those on. I think Smallville would look insane on 4K, shot on film. Also, I figured you were probably still sleeping since you were up like the crack of dawn shooting that video. $105 people. Yeah, that, man. Smallville, like the landscapes, the bright colors and everything, Smallville would be nuts on 4K. I haven't seen that. I have not, and I've not seen the movie. But I don't know. I know that I just picked up some questionable 88 films releases that aren't on 4K. I think they're just Blu-rays, but I haven't seen that. You know what 88 films one still eludes me that I really want is the Amityville Horror, the first one they put out. That's like the box set, and it has Josh Brolin on the front, or is it James Brolin on the front, and he's got like the axe, and then what's her name? God, man, I'm blanking on everybody. Is behind that box set, not the other one that they got out now. This one's out of print. That I want that 88 films 4K set. Yeah, Smallville, John Doe, Smallville. That'd be great on 4K. Yeah, I would love to see. I don't care if Scream Factory does it or whoever, but I'd love to see like Demon Knight and Bordello of Blood. Oh, does he have that one? That bastard. I can't even find it on eBay. Let's see. Oh, here it is. But like, it's like you got to import it. It's that one, baby. That one. But you got to import it. I really would love to have that one. Look at that. That's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I would love to have this. Look at that thing. That is badassery. If anybody knows or has the hookup on that one, let me know, because that one I need in my life. That's a 4K. It's a 4K, right? Yeah. Look at that. I need that one. Yeah, Tales from the Hood would be good. The ending of Tales from the Hood, like to this day, it looks kind of cheesy, but it creeps me out. Like when they realize they're dead already and in hell, and then they're on fire, it is very disturbing. X-Files 4K would be nice. The whole series. Yeah, I like Demon Knight. I like Bordello of Blood too. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the best version of it that exists right now, to my knowledge, is this Turbine one that I have over here, the media book. It's a really good looking Blu-ray, but it's a Blu-ray. But man, do I love that 4K or that Blu-ray, media book. I mean, I'm sure they'll eventually get around to them. You would think they seem to be, everybody's upgrading stuff that's been on Blu-ray for a long time. They do, they do. I like. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of '88. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I just recently got the Blu-ray of that too, and watched it. Did somebody give memberships today or from last night? I know Canadian Maker Project. He's not in here right now, but he gave out like 10 last night. There is a 4K of Company of Wolves. There is a 4K, and it's a nice one. The TV show or the movie? Well, I think the TV show is on Blu-ray, isn't it? Didn't they do it on Blu-ray? I would love Buffy on 4K, but they shot the first 2 seasons of that on 16 millimeter, so I don't know. I'm shocked nobody's put out Buckaroo Banzai. Well, Stargate, Kurt Russell. So if it comes, I'm getting it. I just like growing up. I only ever really saw it on VHS or TV. So seeing that 4K, man. I haven't seen that. License to Drive needs a 4K. We were talking about it last night, but Can't Buy Me Love needs a 4K. Lover Boy needs a 4K. Hell, those last two, those hadn't even got Blu-rays. Yeah, this movie is a really good one in 4K, by the way. I may do a little 3-pack of reviews here, and coming up and review these two. And I don't know where it's at, but I just got Monkey Shines in too. I might do a little 3-pack of reviews on those. Yeah. I mean, until I was like a teenager, I had this little, it was about this big. It was a white plastic TV. It kind of had like a made on handle and an antenna, 2 knobs. It was black and white. And I watched that. Like I used to like lay it on my chest and like, or lay on the floor and watch it and watch like Braves games or like Elvira and shit in black and white until I was a teenager. And then I had like an old wood panel. It was like a old first generation digital TV. And really it was just, it just had buttons that you could press instead of a knob to turn. And that carried me all the way through high school. So you just didn't have the detail. Like when I was in high school as senior, Buffy the Vampire Slayer started, and I hooked up a VCR to it, started recording the episodes. You watched the video about how I did not know each company was not using the same film. Well, it depends on like, so if they got it from the film versus the negative. So that's why the original camera negative is going to yield the best. Oh, I did my review on Terminator. I thought Terminator looked great. I don't see what people were saying. I haven't really noticed it. I mean, that can fluctuate from film to film, though. I didn't get that. No, 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 no. Excuse me. I didn't buy it. I get it as part of my subscriber package. So I will get that. I've never seen that movie, though. I've heard it's good. Dude, my little black and white TV and sitting there trying to, you had like the vertical and horizontal or whatever. You had like the little fine tuning knobs behind the knobs that you turned. And you had these little fine tuning knobs that went around them that you kind of pushed in and turned one way or the other. We got channels 2, 5, channel 8, which was PBS, 11, channel 17, which was TBS, Superstation TBS. And then later we got 69, which was where our 36 WATL Atlanta. One of those would be where like Elvira would come on a lot of times late night on the weekends. Oh, that one's universally. I mean, yeah, it was. That was the problem with the negative that they used. They used to do it. Oh, now we also had that. Like we had that big floor model console, big thing that you opened up the top and it had a record player, a turntable built in it, and it looked like a damn piece of furniture. Dude, I'd be putting aluminum foil on the antenna, be like doing this back and forth, moving it. Used to, when I got an Atari, you had to like they had UHF and VHF like little screws on the back of the TV, and you'd have to use a splitter and hook it and with the screws and hook it up, man. I haven't seen the 13th floor. I haven't seen it. Dude, so like when I first got the money to buy my own TV, I bought a 32-inch Sony Trinitron. And I actually had that up until I was like 19 when I bought it. And I probably had that thing for 20 years almost. And you talk about needing a team lift, brother. Like I had, because I used to train bodybuilders, and I had to have two of them help me get it out from upstairs at my parents' house. It was that heavy. Oh yeah, slap the TV, hit it, every damn thing else. The problem with the Trinitron was it was the front was like flat glass, and it was so front heavy, and it was in such a compact. It was big, but kind of, it was like trying to move a, a bowling ball. Anything else happen while we've been on here? Oh, look at that. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. There is oh, CHH got a cool mask there. Oh, there's Orbit DVD at Living Dead Weekend. What's he got there? Let's see here. Any other breaking news while we've been on here? You guys see this? Dogma. They're gonna that 4K is coming. That's gonna be a big one. Clerks 2. The whole ATM conversation. Oh, not anything else breaking while we've been on here. Alfonso says, good evening. It's 3 o'clock here, but good evening, my friend. We're about to have to get off here so that I can make a... I haven't been to one since I was a guest at one. But I really want to go to one. They're fun. They're fun. I take it back. When Marty was at Dragon Con in like 2019 here in Atlanta, I went and hung out with him for the day. And the year before that, my friend Edward, got me to go dress up as Bane. So I have been to a couple. I don't know if my Bane thing is on here or not. Anybody? Speaking of Marty, is anybody getting this? Anybody getting that Karate Kid set? I don't think I can do that. That's... Let's see here. That is a very expensive set right there. Oh, wow. 8:15 there. That's right. You're 5 hours ahead. I appreciate... Oh, for sure, man. For sure. Yeah, it's pricey, though. It is pricey. So there is that's when I was a guest one of the times at Days of the Dead. So I was there. I really wish I had gotten to it here in Atlanta this year. That's my friend. That was my... Well, she's still my friend, but my friend Chloe, she's an actress. She had just, as you can see, done Playboy. But I thought I had some others where I went to the Dragon Con. If you... Has anybody in here been to Dragon Con in Atlanta? That's a pretty big convention. That is me. That is the guys, that is the producers there, the creators behind Terrifier and All Hallows Eve. That is Michael Levy and his brother there. They were here. They had a movie I ran a film festival here for a while. And I edited like one of the first movies they made, I edited. Yeah, that's the thing. Or you can get 4 different movies. I thought that Dragon Con is a. There's me and Bill on set of Dark Roads. Dragon Con is actually pretty fun here. That was the first time anyone ever got me to dress up for a horror convention. My buddy Edward got me to dress up. I thought I had it on here. But Dragon Con, it's a bit different because it's hard. It's in multiple different buildings, and it's hard to get to where like the merch is. Where Days of the Dead is like all kind of together, and it's very cool. Me too. Usually, me too. Oh, Mischief! Give me Mischief instantly. Give me Mischief. This was at Days of the Dead too, where I was speaking on indie filmmaking. That was Days of the Dead LA. But it was always so much fun to go and be sort of just you know be a guest there was so cool because you just kind of got to mix it up with everybody all weekend, and those were always a lot of fun. This is my favorite event to go to right here now is Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. That's me filming there. I love it. I love it. What's everyone watching this Friday Eve evening? I'm probably going to watch some of these 4Ks in here tonight so that I can review them. That is In the Fog there at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. That's See You in the Fog. Great haunted houses. Yeah, they didn't do the bandana right. It's not right. Where's them glow sticks? It's a pretty cool ass event though. If you've never been to Halloween Horror Nights, I can't recommend that enough. If you like haunted houses and you like being immersed basically in like horror stuff, I 1,000,000% recommend it. I guess I don't have the Dragon Con stuff on here. Yeah, I'm sure that bandana is not the Mandela effect. That thing is not right. That is not right there. And I don't know why they did that. But I mean, that is what it's. This is what it's supposed to look like. Like, why didn't they fix? Why didn't they just make that? Like, what are you doing? Watching a movie. I try not to. I try to just watch it as a fan, and then just give my, and then I'll go back. Like it's actually gotten easier for me to tune it out. It like I don't know. I think I'm probably the opposite of most people on that though. But All right, you guys, it's almost 3:30. I need to get off here because I need to make tomorrow's video, which is a recorded video, and it is one of my big list recommendations, fun videos that sometimes do well when YouTube isn't choking me with the algorithm. So I will get off here so that I can do that. And I appreciate all of you hanging out with me today. We went way longer about nothing than I planned, but that's okay. Yeah, at least you found me on here before I got off of here, Alfonso. At least you did. That's me. Give me the first 3 movies in Cobra Kai. I don't care about the other 3. That's the problem. But all right, everybody. I love you. Thank you for hanging out. And you know the drill. Until next time, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture. And I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.